This is part 4, creating a simple architectural structure. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a roof and then how to create features in your yard. So first, let's decide what type of roof we'd like to do. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a traditional peak roof with the gable end or the pointy end being the one with the door. So what we need to do is we need to offset up top to give an overhang on the roof of, let's say, approximately a foot. So we're going to use our offset command. We're going to offset a distance of 1 foot. So we'll go 1 foot. So we've created that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a rectangle here. We're going to close in our space. And we're going to extrude all of this up a distance of 6 inches. So we're going to use the push-pull function. First, we're going to select this and hold down our control, select, so we can multi-select 3 faces. And we're going to, oh, that didn't work. Well, let's just do this. Let's pull up 6 inches. And then we can pull and match. Excellent. So we have all of these up. The next thing we're going to do is draw our peak. So we can draw in here and we can come up from the middle, let's say 2 feet. And then we'll connect this down to this edge and connect this here down to this edge, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Zoom out a bit so you can see what's going on. From the center, we'll go up 2 feet, and we can go to this edge here and this edge here. And then to complete our roof, we just join our ridge from this point to this point, and we have a completed roof all the way around. And this looks a little silly on the end because this isn't really how a roof looks. So we're going to edit that. So we can do an offset. But you'll notice when you offset, we want to offset this line here. And we want to offset it down to here. And it doesn't quite work. So we're just going to end up drawing. So we want to draw this parallel line down here. So we'll do something. See how that pink shows up? It comes with a parallel edge. Click. And we want to do that same thing down here. Parallel to edge, so to this edge, or what we can do is do from point. We want to do parallel to edge. Perfect. So parallel to edge, undo. That snapped to a different line than I wanted. So I want from this edge parallel to edge. Come on. Excellent. So now we can trim, get rid of some of the extraneous lines. That one. And here, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So let's orbit to the other side, and we're going to do the same thing. So we'll draw our line here. We want to be parallel to this edge, so that pink line comes up just like that. Same thing here, parallel to this edge, and click. And then we can use our eraser to get rid of all the extraneous lines that we no longer wish. Excellent. So now we can use our push-pull function to push this all the way into the 1 foot offset. Click, done. And then we can rotate around and do the same thing. Push, in, done. We have this funny little overhang, so we're going to push it all the way to the other end and then let go and it disappears. And then on this side, we'll push it all the way to the other end. Poof, and it disappears. So now we're left with this nice little roof. So all we have to do now is apply some textures. So we can get rid of some of these extraneous lines. And you'll see my texture jumps right up. So if I get rid of this line, that texture will jump up. Get rid of these boundary lines, and it'll jump up top. And same thing here. It'll undo. I select the wrong line. So select the line, delete. You know what? Let's just repaint that one. So we'll go our paint bucket. We'll use our dabber, and then we'll paint here. Excellent. So now that that's done, we can apply a texture to our roof. So we'll look at our options here. Maybe we want to use roofing, and on roofing, I think I'd like to use a metal roof. There are different kinds, but I'll use a standing steam metal roof, and I'll paint here and here. And I'm going to change my roof color to be possibly something more like gray or something. So we'll go to edit, and we'll change our color. what do we want? Maybe like one of the more blue shades and something more like gray, just like that. Perfect. And then I'm going to, instead of using cladding, I'm just going to use a solid color on the edges and on the soffits. So we'll use color. Is there a standard kind of like gray, blue? There's just a gray, so let's use gray. And we'll paint here, here. We'll rotate up, paint under here, and then all the way around, like this. And there we go. So at this point, your shed's pretty much done. You can add extra decor to the outdoor if you'd like maybe a sign, or perhaps you changed your mind, you want to add in another window or a door or some kind of feature, or maybe you need a chimney coming out the roof. At this point, it's really up to you to customize, but you've learned everything that you really needed to create a shed. You can also add things around your shed. So maybe the environment is really important to you around the shed. So for me, as a gardener, perhaps I'd like to mock up what my garden would look like around it. And I could place some plants around the base of my shed, and I could add a tree. And maybe I want to add some grass. So I could do something like put out a big grassy space, and I could paint on it with grass. So I could paint on, let's look at our options. We've got carpet, fabric, brick, asphalt, concrete, metal patterns, roofing, stone, synthetic surfaces, window coverings, wood. So it doesn't look like we have a lot, but if we look at patterns, there could be one here that would be a grass pattern. So we could use something like this to simulate, oh, that's sand. Let's try and find grass. There should be grass here. Plaster. Concrete. Well, it looks like they don't have a grass symbol. So we could do this. I mean, we could make it complicated and we could create our own material. Are there any other patterns here that might work? Carpet colors, glass, vegetation. There you go. Here it is. So there's grass, dark green. Wonderful. So I can paint the grass. And same thing, if I want to go and edit my texture size, maybe I want 3 inches, we can change it to 1 foot or something. And then the grass gets a little bit larger, and you can see the grass. So we have our grass texture. We can add a couple more things in here. So we can go into our 3D warehouse, and we can add in some plants and things to enrich the space. So perhaps I'd like to add something like a cherry tree, a cherry blossom tree, and I could also add other things like rose bushes or around my structure. Now you can see that my software right now is not responding, and that could be because I just put a texture that was quite large on, or my computer is having difficulty accessing the 3D warehouse because of my internet connection. So we can save this just to be careful, and we can try accessing the 3D warehouse again. And it looks like my internet connection is too weak right now. So, however, I did show you to import things into your space, so you could choose pretty much anything that you want at this point. You could import in a tree, some plants, maybe a swing set. It's really up to you. But at this point, your shed is all done. Give yourself a pat on the back. This is the end of part 4, creating a simple architectural structure.